Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Emily and in today's video I am going to be talking about the books that I have put on my August TBR. I want to start off by saying I'm a little bit sick at the moment, so ignore my voice. I'm just a little bit nasally, so I sound nasally as well. But we're just going to have to put up with it because I'm literally filming this Saturday morning and it's going up tonight and I've got things to do all day, so I need to edit this and get it up as soon as possible, which is just me leaving everything to the last minute. I just wanted to start off by saying I did not upload a YouTube video last week. I literally don't even know why. I was supposed to edit all week last week because I had a vlog that was going to go up, but I just never got to it because I went back to work and I had uni assignments due and I was just really busy, so I just did not get a video up last week. I don't know why I actually film these videos because if you watch my TBR for a month and then the wrap up, I literally never get to the books that I put on my TBR. But I have a good feeling about this month. I'm only going to put 6 books on today's list, so hopefully they're more achievable, and these are all the books that have been on my radar recently and the books that I've been looking at and thinking I'm going to read you next. So hopefully I actually get to these. But with all of that being said, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video if you enjoy it. My social medias will be on the screen and linked in the description. But let's just get started. So the first book that I really want to read during August is The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther, because this has been on my TBR for so long. I only just got the physical copy, but I've been wanting to read this for literally probably over a year, like since I first saw someone talk about it. The cover is literally everything. Like, I love it so much. I think it's a YA book, so it'll probably be really easy to get through. I'm literally reading a YA book at the moment and it's so easy to get through, but I am so excited for this. I don't really know what it's about. I know that it's based around a group of like teenagers, I think, and they're like playing this big game that they play every year during summer, and that concept alone is good enough for me to start reading this book because it just sounds so interesting. And I love little like mysterious like games. You don't know like what's gonna happen. Like, I don't know, I just am really excited to read this book and I really hope that I do get to this. Most of these books are on my radar, so I was pretty much planning on picking this up next anyway. Next we have Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. I have seen this everywhere recently and the cover is literally everything. I love it so much. So I think it's like a little cowboy small town romance, kind of like the Chestnut Spring series. So I'm very excited for that. I've only read Flawless in that series, which will be in my July wrap up, but I loved the vibe of the whole book, so I feel like this is going to be very similar, and I pretty much brought it because I loved the cover. I feel like because not many people have talked about it recently that I've seen, the cover still attracted me for the people that have talked about it, so that's why I brought it straight away. And it's just a really, like, I don't know, there's something about this book, like it's got the matte cover. Like, I just really like the vibe of this book. I'm very excited to read this one. The next book is If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nowlin. I feel like this is... I don't know if I'm going to get to this because apparently it's a really sad book. And I don't know... Like, sometimes I'm in the mood for a sad book, but it kind of just depends on my mood for the month or the day that I pick up a book. So we'll see if I'm in a sad mood to read this book. But it says, Autumn and Finn used to be inseparable, but now something changed. Now they do their best to ignore each other. That still doesn't stop the way Autumn feels every time she and Finn cross paths, and the growing nagging thought that maybe things could have been different. Maybe they should be together. As time passes, Autumn realizes she might not get another chance to make things right before it's too late. Before it's too late, like just that line alone, I'm like, oh no, like what's gonna happen to this guy in the book? Something really bad's gonna happen. That's why it's gonna be a heartbreaking book. So I am really excited to read this, but I'm also really scared, so I don't know if I'm gonna read it because it's definitely going to be like a mood thing, but I hope I get to it because I've heard amazing things about this as well. The next book on my August TBR is Heartless by Elsie Silver. So this is the second book in the Chestnut Spring series. As I just said, I read Flawless during July, which will be in my wrap-up video, but I loved Flawless, so I'm very excited to continue this series. I feel like everyone has been reading this series lately and I feel like everyone's kind of finished the series and I'm like just getting through it now, but I mean it's still like an upcoming sort of series, like everyone's talking about it still at the moment. So this book follows Cade and his little love story, which I love. I think Cade's the one in book number 1 who has a child, so he's one of the brothers to Rhett that was in the first book. It's really confusing unless you like read the series and know who I'm talking about. Even I struggle to remember like which character's which because I just like get really lost in books with lots of characters, but as I said, I'm very excited to continue this series, and I'm so happy that I brought the whole series with these mirror covers before they get rid of them, because I am obsessed with these covers and I would have probably had a mental breakdown if I didn't get these covers. We're getting through this really quickly, so I've only got 2 books to go already. So the next book is Daisy Hates, which is part of the Magnolia Parks universe. So I read Magnolia Parks I think in June, so I never got to Daisy Hates in July. I think it might have been on my July TBR, but I just never got to it because I've just been really busy. Like, I literally have only read 4 or 5 books in July. Like, I know, like, it doesn't matter how many books you read, but for me, like, that's disappointing because I try to read at least 8 a month and I did not get anywhere near close to that. It's kind of disheartening, but that's why I never got to this book, because I was kind of reading shorter books rather than really thick books. As I said, Daisy Hates is after Magnolia Parks. I'm very excited to see Daisy Hates' story. Her brother is like a gang lord, so it's going to be a really interesting read, and if you don't know the whole series, it definitely brings Gossip Girl vibes, so it's very entertaining as you're reading it. And then the last book that I'm hoping to read during July is By a Thread by Lucy Score. So I love Lucy Score's writing. I loved Things We Never Got Over and Things We Hide from the Light, and I definitely need to buy more books from her because her writing style is just amazing. I feel like it's so easy to follow. You literally feel like you know the characters, and in the other 2 books that I read, there's a found family trope, but it's such a strong like found family trope. Like, I've never read anything like it before, and the way she just describes her characters and everything is just amazing. So I'm so excited for this book. And the first line on the back of the book says, "I got her fired. Okay, so I had a bad day and I took it out on a bystander in a pizza shop." So it's going to be really interesting. I think they work together, so it's a workplace romance, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of angst and just I'm so excited for this book. So that is the last book in my August TBR. As I said, I'm putting less on this TBR so I can hopefully achieve and read more of these books. So just a little rapid fire of the books we have: Done and Dusted, The Summer of Broken Rules, By a Thread, Heartless, If He Had Been With Me. I feel like I always jumble up the words with that book. And then Daisy Hates. So that is 6 books that I'm hoping to read during July. Oh my god, during August, I mean, not July. We're literally in July right now. Okay, so this video was really quick. I feel like all of my TBR videos are really short, but at least I'm getting straight to the point and not dragging it on. So thank you so much for watching. My July wrap-up video will be up at some point during the next week. I don't know when I'm going to get the chance to film it, but definitely by next Saturday. I really hope I get to most of these books in August. Let me know your thoughts on any of these books if you have read any of them, because I'd love to know. As I said earlier, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video if you enjoyed it, and all my social medias will be linked in the description and on the screen. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!